passage number 20. Be ready? Comments. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me congratulate the Honorable the Minister for Railways on presenting an optimistic picture to this House regarding the functioning of the railways in the country. We were also happy to hear the Honorable Minister saying that not only there was surplus and no increase in the railway fares, but there was an improvement in the efficiency of the railways. I only hope and trust that this spirit will continue in future also. On this occasion, I would like to make some general observations about functioning of the railways. First of all, I feel that the railways should go in for more modern techniques of management. Whenever the railways are losing and there is a deficit, unfortunately, the tendency has been to fill the gap by increasing the fares immediately. Of course, I agree that the railway minister has not done that this year, but I would appeal to him that all aspects of management should be looked into. Instead of looking into the aspects of management and the ways of avoiding wasteful expenditure and effecting savings, the tendency is always to increase the fares. We should recognize that the railways are one of the biggest institutions in the country. I would say that they are one of the biggest public sector undertakings in Asia. In these circumstances, I submit that they have to adopt modern techniques of management for effecting savings and for more efficient running of the railways. Secondly, I do not want to criticize the railway board at present, but I want to appeal to the Honorable Minister that there should be more decentralization of power. The general managers always feel that they cannot do anything of their own accord. Whenever we met them personally and asked them why they do not do this or that, they say that this is the procedures which were being followed here for a long time. I would like to stress here to change this method first. This is the same position in regard to the question of desalination of other things. I am only making an appeal to that instead of concentrating all powers in the board, there should be more decentralization of power and more power should be given to the general managers and below. That will help make the railways run more efficiently because they are the people on the spot and they know the grievances of the public. But on certain occasions, they are unable to implement anything on their own. Of course, I do realize that the railway board has in view the all India picture. It says that if it does something for the southern or the western railway, the rest will come. I do realize that the railway board has to take into account the overall picture of the whole nation, but at the same time, I demand that there should be decentralization of power. If you allow the different zones to function effectively and with more powers, it will certainly be helpful to the public as well as to those areas and to the railways. My next request is that the air-conditioned coaches, which are not remunerative, should be altogether abolished. It is no use keeping them because traveling by air-conditioned coach is much costlier than air travel. The public are not using air-conditioned coaches. Only high railway officers and Indian Administrative Service officers are using them. They are kept for the use of the officers only and not for the use of the public. The government, I am sure, are not getting any income from them at all. Therefore, I submit that they should be completely done away with. Then, catering is a very important thing. The railway department has its catering cells, but I have to say with regret that the food served in the trains is hopelessly bad. The railway caterers take food from the wayside stations. Since the quality of the food is bad, people get angry with the bearers. If the railway can think of some method by which catering can be improved, it will really be a boon to the passengers. After all, trains are run for the benefit of the passengers. The poor passengers do not know what to do when they are hungry. Either they have to eat whatever the railway gives or they have to starve. Therefore, this matter may kindly be looked into by the government. Another point that I want to mention here is this. I have also received petitions from the employees of the railway department that there is no reservation of appointment and that no priority in appointment is given to the sons or daughters or brothers of the railway employees who loyally serve the railways. I would request the Honorable Minister to consider a reservation of at least 20% for the family members of the railway employees in the railway department. I would like the government to extend this help as a safeguard to the poor railway employees, if not to big officials and grade 1 officers. Stop.